The wish list. Item 9. Somewhere in the darkness of the Stocking.Christmas warehouse, a security robot was complaining. "You are in a restricted area. Stay where you are." Its voice echoed down the aisles, its blue light flashing as it trundled along. Alfie hung in the shadows of the monolithic shelving, watching the flashing light reflecting off distant plastic packaging. "Security's coming," squawked the walkie-talkie in his hand. "Hurry up!" He stuck his head round the corner. The aisle ahead was empty. "No kidding," said the walkie-talkie. 5 minutes tops." Somewhere ahead of him was the errant Daniel Close, and somewhere behind him was Daniel's daughter Nellie, leading the security robot a merry dance. And on the walkie-talkie was, quite possibly, Daniel's missing older brother Nick, who was growing increasingly exasperated with the whole affair. 4.5 minutes, said Nick. "Hurry up." Alfie jogged off between the shelves, wondering how he was going to find Daniel in this maze, when Daniel found him. It wasn't deliberate. Daniel was wrestling with another security robot, stumbling out of the shadows as he pulled at it. He caromed off Alfie and spun in a circle, yanking at the robot's head, which fizzed and sparked in his hands. Regaining his balance, Alfie realized that something was dripping down his leg. He dabbed at it, then squinted at his hand in the dim light. It was red and wet. "Blood!" he said. "Daniel, stop! You're bleeding!"
"Tomato sauce," said Daniel, heaving the robot back and forth. "Just grabbed the first thing that came to hand. Have to get inside the robot. With Basil, I think."
"There's Basil in the robot?" said Alfie. "Why have you put Basil in the robot? Is this some kind of android macaroni? Alphabeti syntheti?"
"In the sauce,"
said Daniel, putting a foot against the base of the robot and trying to get his fingers in under its dome.
"There's people in the robots."
"There's people in the robots?" said Alfie. "There's not people in the robots."
"It's all a lie,"
said Daniel, starting to work the head loose.
"Automation is just a cover for modern slavery. They condition people to be the robots. The robots have people inside."
"Daniel," said Alfie, trying to remain calm, "the robots have no people inside."
"The robots have..."
Daniel strained, and with a tearing, screeching sound, the top of the robot came away. He peered down into the exposed innards.
"No people inside."
He sounded deflated. Then he perked up.
"Probably operating them remotely."
"Dad!" Nellie came hurtling out of the darkness. "Come on!" She grabbed hold of his sleeve and started tugging him after her. In the distance behind her, the other security robot's light was flashing. "Yes, come on," said Alfie, grabbing his other arm. "Security's coming. We need to get out of here."
"They're trying to cover it all up,"
said Daniel, trying to pull away. "Which they will absolutely succeed in doing," said Alfie, pulling him after them, "if they catch you. You have to get out, Daniel. Tell the world what you've seen here."
"Wait,"
said Daniel, digging his heels in again.
"What have I seen here?"
2 minutes, said the walkie-talkie.
"Uncle Nick,"
said Nellie. "I saw Uncle Nick."
"Nick! I knew it. He's here,"
said Daniel, stumbling after them. Then he stopped again.
"Wait, Nellie, how do you know? Are you sure? You have never met him before."
"Now is not the time to start being sceptical," said Alfie. "I'm sure," said Nellie. "It was him."
"No, it wasn't,"
said the walkie-talkie.
"It's him," said Daniel. "I'd recognize his voice anywhere."
"Then quick, with me," said Alfie. "Come on."
"East service door," said the walkie-talkie. "Straight ahead. 30-second technical glitch with the lock." "Are you there, Nick?"
said Daniel, bending to try and whisper to the walkie-talkie and stumbling as he tried to run at the same time.
"At the loading bay. Are you a robot?"
There was a sign on the door in front of them that claimed it was alarmed. Not half as alarmed as me, thought Alfie, as he ran into the open lever at full speed, hoping Nick knew what he was doing. He did, in this case at least, because the door opened before them and no new alarms went off as the three of them barreled into the night beyond. The door slammed closed behind them as their combined momentum took them across the street outside into the shadow of a parked truck. Daniel immediately leapt out to try and run back into the building, but Alfie grabbed him.
"Nick," said Daniel. "Nick's still in there, isn't he? We have to get him."
"Yes, and yes," said Alfie. "But listen, Daniel, we can't now because security's alerted and we'd be putting him in danger. In fact, Daniel, we can't do anything right now without endangering him. We can't go to anyone or tell anyone. We can't write about what we've seen here. Nothing."
"Nothing?"
said Daniel.
But
"We are the conspiracy now, Daniel," said Alfie. "The conspiracy against the conspiracy, right?" Alfie could feel Nellie glaring at him and deliberately did not look in her direction. "You mustn't do anything until I tell you, Daniel. You understand? You trust me, don't you, Daniel? You trust me, right?" Daniel Close stood and looked at Alfie for a long pause and then nodded.
Yes, Alfie, I do. I trust you. You've seen the truth. You know the truth, right? A man on the inside."
"A man on the inside," said Alfie. "But right now, we all need to stay on the outside. So maybe we should make ourselves scarce. Quietly, though." Daniel nodded and clapped Alfie on the shoulder, squeezing slightly. Half a thank you, half a threat, Alfie thought.
"I'll be quiet," said Daniel, "and you be trustworthy, eh?"
Then he turned, took Nellie's proffered hand, and jogged away. Alfie noticed the pair of them instinctively hugged the shadows. CCTV protocol. He tried the walkie-talkie again. "They've gone," he said.
"But you haven't," said the walkie-talkie.
"Look," said Alfie, "I realise that was not the best idea I've ever had, but I meant well. He's worried about you."
"He's worried about his brother," said the walkie-talkie. "Who says that's me?"
"It is though, isn't it?" said Alfie. "You're Nick Close, aren't you? The man who coded Stocking.Christmas, the man who disappeared."
"He is insane,"
said the walkie-talkie, ignoring Alfie's question. "You disappeared? What did you think was going to happen?" said Alfie. "He went looking for answers, and the algorithm pulled him down the rabbit hole."
"The algorithm," said the walkie-talkie. "Always the excuse, like a magic spell. A curse. The algorithm. You don't know what that is."
"It's the system, the recommendations," said Alfie. "The computer."
"It's people," said the walkie-talkie. "That's what it is. The algorithm is other people. Computers don't know anything. You don't tell them. Computers don't have opinions. People do. The algorithms just aggregate human behavior, reflect it back. It's a mirror. It doesn't distort. It reveals the truth. That's what humanity is. The algorithm."
"Wow," said Alfie. "You really got disillusioned, didn't you?"
"Disillusioned?" said the walkie-talkie. "Without illusions. Yep."
"Well," said Alfie, "I just don't believe people are like that. Not all the way through."
"Allow me to disillusion you," said the walkie-talkie.
And the channel went dead.